Academy, dear students. So this is standard 7 and hospital in forest. Standard 7 and hospital in forest. This is English. Okay, English, chapter English. So now we'll discuss all question answer in this video. Okay, let's start. So first question, what kind of life were the West African living? The West Africans were living a life of poverty and diseases. They lived in humid forest. They had no shelter of any kind. They had very little food. Thousands died of disease and hunger every year. Then question number 2, what appeal was made in the article that Schuyler read? There was an appeal young doctors to go West Africa and help the natives in their suffering. The next is, who was Helen Breslau? She was the daughter of a professor at Starbury University. She was a nurse. Schuyler was in love with her and wanted to marry her. Then question number 4, how did Schuyler become a qualified doctor? Schuyler had already 3 degrees in philosophy, theology and music, but he was determined to become a medical missionary. So he became a student again and studied medicine for 6 years. At the age of 36, he obtained his degree in medicine. He was now qualified doctor and a surgeon. The next question number 5, how did Helen offer to help Schuyler? Helen was herself a nurse. She offered to help Schuyler in his work. She said that if he allowed her, she would go with him to Africa and work with him there. Then question number 6, how did he arrange money for his hospital? While studying medicine, Schuyler continued his work as the principal of a theological college. In addition, he wrote books and took part in concert to have money for his hospital. His friend also came forward with gifts for his hospitals. Then question number 7, what did Schuyler take with him to Lambaréné? He took with him 70 cases of medical supplies. How did he reach Lambaréné? Schuyler and his wife reached Port Gentil. It is at the mouth of the Ogue river. From there, they took a steamer of the river to reach Lambaréné. It was a terrible journey for 200 miles through thick forest. Then question number 9, how did he set up his hospital in the beginning? Schuyler was able to get a very old wooden bungalow. Nobody lived there. It had become the home to vermin. Both Schuyler and his wife cleaned the place and made it into a well-equipped dispensary. It was here that Schuyler started his work. Then question number 10, what big difficulty had Schuyler to face in treating his patients? Schuyler did not know the local language. He found it impossible to tell his patient how to take the medicine. They would eat the ointments meant for the skin and rub the powders they were given to swallow. The next question is, who was Joseph? How did he become a male nurse? Joseph was an African boy. He could speak both the French and African language. He offered to help Schuyler in his work. Schuyler found that Joseph did things efficiently. He gave Joseph some training and appointed him as a male nurse. The next question is question number 12. What was the unfortunate thing that happened in 1917? War had been going on between France and Germany. The French government arrested Squeezer because he was German by birth. So, how did Africans feel when Squeezer had to leave them? The African felt very sad and wept bitterly when Squeezer had to leave them. They said, "Come back to us, Uganga." उनका लोकल लैंग्वेज क्या होगा? So, how was Squeezer honored for his service to humanity? He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1952. Then horse question. Then question number 1. Why did Squeezer decide to become a medical missionary? It was the year 1905. Squeezer was then working as a principal of a theological college at Starvong University. He picked up a journal from his desk and started reading it. The article described how the West Africans were living a life of poverty and disease. A large number of them had no shelter of any kind. On many days, they had nothing to eat. Thousands of them died of a disease every year. The article made urgent appeal to young doctors to go to West Africa and help the natives in their suffering. Squeezer was deeply moved, at once made up his mind to become a medical missionary. Then question number 2. Describe the work done by Squeezer at his hospital in Lambrane. Squeezer started his work from a very old wooden bungalow. Nobody lived there and it had become the home to vermin. Squeezer and his wife cleaned the place and made it into a fine dispensary. An old boat house was changed into a hospital. A fallen chicken house was made into consulting room. Very soon, the news spread that a white doctor had come to cure the sick people. Natives from all around started coming to him. They suffered from many serious diseases. Many were too ill to walk even. Squeezer put in his best to solve these unfortunate people. Then word power. You can just write these lines and I will slowly scroll down this page. You can write pause this video and write your answer into the copy. So this is grammar in use. You can pause this video and write in the copy, or otherwise you can slow the video, then you can write easily. Okay. So you're speaking and listening. Check this. After that, letter to father. This is important actually. Letter to father. If I were a doctor, this is very important because this thing coming into your exam paper. So how I will build my new hospital at Lambrane. You just write this thing in your copy. Pause this video and write your answer. Okay. So that's it. This is final, the end. So don't forget to subscribe, share and like my video. Okay. Thank you.